give a man a fish, but teach them how to fish. You don't give a man a fish, but teach them how to fish. Community's an action, that's the way to go. Community's an action, that's the way to go.
The community of Jambezi, about 80 kilometers from Hwange, recently had a rare treat from a young man from the area who came back home to thank them for his upbringing by donating to the needy, celebrating the chief's 77th birthday, sponsoring a soccer tournament, and sponsoring a surprise musical show which featured music Sungura maestro Alec Macheso. 24-year-old Alois Sundano Sikuka also donated textbooks to 12 primary and secondary schools, as well as foodstuffs to about 100 disadvantaged families, including those living with disabilities.
Right. We received a donation of 420 exercise books, and they were donated by Mr. Alois Sundano Sikuka last week. You can see in a classroom you can find 10 or 15 kids not writing, and the excuse is, I don't have books. Therefore, those books will actually do a long way. Though they are not enough for the whole year, but for this term, each kid will get probably at least 2 exercise books, or maybe we'll try to find a way of allocating them amongst those who do not afford, so that maybe they can get some exercise books so that they can write all their work. So, you know, if kids can write all their work, it means now we can have a better performance. Yeah, the situation was not good before, but it has improved. We expect if we get some more books, then I think it will be also another step ahead. Particularly if he brings textbooks and some other teaching material and learning material. Like in a class, you find that amongst all the Form 1s, most of them, they don't have even mathematical sets. They don't have those graph books. So maybe such donations can actually assist. As an institution, the biggest challenge that we are experiencing is we don't have adequate learning and let's say learning facilities, the classrooms. At the present moment, the classroom, this is the biggest challenge that we are having. So when this was destroyed by the cyclone Dinio, there were some textbooks inside, and those textbooks actually were destroyed by rains, because it was a storm first and then the rains. So all the books that were inside, they were all destroyed by the rains, and therefore that's one challenge that we are having. That's the biggest challenge. And then other challenges, infrastructure wise, the toilets, and then we don't have adequate classrooms to use according to or in line with the new curriculum. It requires us to have more classrooms. and therefore the new curriculum and the infrastructure that we are having, it's not in line.
Okay.
Yes.
We understand some students here are walking long distance coming to school. How has that affected their performance at school?
Yeah, we have some kids who travel for more than 15 kilometers coming to school. And during this winter, most of them, they get to school at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And during that time, you find that some lessons would have already been done. So that child will miss 2 or 3 lessons every day. And then usually when they depart from their homes, they normally come early, such that because there are some problems among animals, wild animals. So they sometimes meet wild animals, and sometimes if they hear that maybe there are some lions, if a lion roars during that morning, you will find that about maybe 30 pupils who come from that direction, especially the Mununa area, what do you call it, Chenambi, Mununa, cross Mununa, down that side, you'll find that all those kids will not come to school. So that obviously will affect their performance, and we have it on a record that all the peoples that come from that side, none of them scored 5 subjects and above so far. The peoples who
over what period?
From 2013, I was here since 2013. Yeah, we don't have anybody from Mununa and beyond who has scored 5 subjects. Mununa, our catchment area stretches up to Cross Mununa. Our catchment area stretches up to Cross Mununa. So all kids who stay around Cross Mununa area, Chenambi, and some who stay around Mununa primary school there. Like if they wake up and get the news that maybe a herd of cattle was attacked yesterday night, and then you discover that all the kids who come from that side, they will not come to school, and that affects their performance. And we have it on record that the peoples who normally perform better are peoples who come from the surrounding.
Okay.
Yes, that's why we believe that distance is actually affecting the performance of our children.
But who exactly is this young man who, unlike most of his generation, has decided to come and say thank you to his elders and friends back in his rural home?
Sundano has been born in 1993, just a few years ago, when this house behind me was built already in 1960. It is a 1960 building that people loved to look at with envy. And Sundano, being born from it, loved the house. Sundano had 2 dogs from youth, which he named Do, and the second one was Don't. So each time he went out for hunting at a place called Chilala, he gathered a few boys of his age and went out there. Then later on he had another set of dogs he named Forgive and Forget. So he had 4 dogs. He would call them proudly, Do, Don't. They all came running to him. Forgive and Forget. They all came running to him. Sundano started going to school at an early age. He went to Jambezi being a toddler, very young boy. But he walked smartly going to school for a distance of 12 k's. And during rain season, he failed to cross the river, the rivulet. So he went. In most days, we escorted him. I escorted him, but he loved playing football with his age mates. And the ball he wanted to use was a ball made of paper, made of plastic, like this one I am holding on. At one time, he was asthmatic. He could hardly breathe, but he did not want to care. He said one day, with his sporting activities, he will be all right. And for sure, that asthmatic just ceased off because of sporting exercises. He loved his district, Wange district, in such a way that he feels fighting for it. He lives to see the students and boys and girls to grow up loving their district, developing their district, and doing a lot for their district. He loves to see boys and girls becoming doctors in their district, demonstrators in their districts, and he loves to see everybody working hard on a piece of land that belongs to them, that has been bought by blood of his brothers and sisters who brought in independence in our country. We are surprised today to see how determined the young man is. He's not looking at any other but seeing the development in his district of Wange. It's a surprise. We are surprised. And yet we are still looking forward to see what happens. We are urging you to encourage the children to come up with ideas of developments.
Most people wonder what is it that is driving this young man, Alois Sundano Sikuka, to behave in this manner.
My name is Alois Sundano Sikuka. I'm a man who belongs to this community, who was born and brought up in this community, who is very much part of the people here, the community here. The main reason why I held this event is basically me giving back to the people that I feel took part in raising me, and I feel I'm a product or a result of their guidance, their love, and because of these people I am who I am today, as a law graduate, as someone who's about to complete his master's as well. I feel I've done well in life simply because of these people's prayers, these people's guidance, and basically, their love in the sense of how they brought me up. Hence, I decided I should, do such an event for them, so as to, give back to them, or so as to kindly thank them. So in this event, I am bringing Macheso, who is a big figure or celebrity in this community, and is someone we only play not even on TV, because we don't even have TVs here, but on the radio. And I thought it was going to be a very good way to thank everyone in this community and to get them excited, as we are people who've had so many sad days in our community. So the presence of Macheso here and this performance is going to be something bigger than anything that has happened here, and to me I feel is a way enough to thank all my people. However, I did think of everything else. As much as I can bring Macheso, I did criticize myself. Why don't I use the money that I'm paying Macheso to buy an ambulance for this community, as we don't even have an ambulance, which I feel would be very much helpful. But I thought, no, as people who've had so many sad days, at least this would be a way of us celebrating together as a family, and looking forward to a better future, and encouraging each other to share a better vision. So this is basically the idea behind it. So on top of Macheso, there's going to be free alcohol, free food for all the kids and all the elders. And this event, I personally scheduled it for 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. simply because I wanted to benefit the kids in this community. I want to invest in the kids in this community. Hence, I've donated books to 12 schools in this community, because we're a community that don't even have a doctor, and we want doctors to come from these kids. We want lawyers to come from these kids. We want leaders of tomorrow to come from these kids. Hence, I'm trying to invest in these kids. Hence, I put this event at a certain time where kids can be allowed to come out instead of putting it at night. And on top of that, I'm aware that we do have people who are challenged here, the vulnerables, be it they are blind, old age and they can't help themselves, disabled. I've donated food to 100+ people in this community, more than 100, by giving them food, which is 2 kg flour, 2 kg sugar, cooking oil, and also a bar of soap as well, so that they could help themselves, and just to show them that, you know, as a community, we are there for you. Tomorrow it could be me who is blind simply because of old age. Tomorrow I could be disabled. So personally, I feel there should be a scheme by the people that lead us in this community, taken priority of in terms of looking after these people, because they belong in this community. They are part of us. So hence I've tried to help these people, but at the same time trying to inspire the kids to implement or, you know, emulate the same thing tomorrow whenever they are successful. And you never know, I mean, one would come back and give back to the community by building a school, building a hospital, and that is beautiful, or by coming out and leading us as a community, which is definitely what we need. We need someone who represents us in a way we feel is enough for us. We want someone who speak for us, someone who fight for us, someone who cry the same way we cry, because we feel like we're a community that is way behind in so many things. And I just want us as a community to realize our potential and be able to help each other and be able to make wise decisions in the people that we put forward to lead us, to be able to look for someone who's identical as us in terms of roots and background, someone who knows the pain we feel, someone who's been through the road that we are in, someone who could stand for us and fight for us and cry the same way we cry.
Ndimushantirwa namibo ndibona mose so munakirijwa tinakirijwa tose as one community. Yantabisa lami sinje sigwele lathi sikhazeka uma cheso sasimchaya Christmas kuphela, yathi kathesi sifuthi simchaya simbona. So ulapha and bemfuna ukulitshela ukuthi lathi sikhazeka so sithaba njengemuli one akupheleli khonapho. From mhla 3 July to 7 July ogogo abayehluleke ukubuya lapha yabe dilithela odokotela abazali lapha for free. From 3 July to 7 July I will have doctors lapha ekhaya bazabuya beli lapha. 3 siyaqalela eMashala, 4 Smangani, 5 Sidinda, 6 Milonga, 7 eChikamba for bonke abantu mahara.
Mina nguVincent Sikuka. Esukhangeleleyo kakhulu ngalokhu okubuye lijaha leli elisakhulayo. Kuhle kakhulu, siyathaba. Besikhangelela ukuthi besifisa ukuthi alubala kube labanye abazamlandela, abazakwenza khona akwenzileyo. Lokhu yisilinganiso ukwenzela intanga le esakhulayo isifundo lathi kufuze ukuthi senze njani. Sihlale labazali, sibakhuthazele abazali, sikhulume labo ukuthi libona njani khona okwenzwe lijaha leli.
The Macheso show was not only free, but there was also free food. The show was also used to celebrate the birthday of the revered Chief Shana Mangondo.
Nasi mushantirwe kuzana mute zose zubhodo nuna wenu kana kuti mkuru wenu Alois wamutira zubhodo kuti zvamusanu mwaziona kuna Alois. Ndoda kuti vechikoro vovevone vokuti kana uno akafunda ngofunda une talent yokuziva makamu awe hanti. So kana waboka ndoda kuti witness kunaka kuko nokuboka kokuta zubhodo naya ndoda kuboka zikurwana.
Ngweno navekumbira kuti tose tikwimbire chief wedu pano nasi izuva ravakava ibirthday yavo, tivape ikeki ravo yava nanene kuti vakonerwa kushati vakuimbira kuti happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to
Jambezi, Jambezi, Marikumbe, Jambezi, Marikumbe, Jambezi, Marikumbe,